Howdy folks, welcome to episode 92 and our series finale for season 11. And so we're going to do a tour today of all the stuff that we built in this and, all of our cool little things. And before we get started, I wanted to show you this here and tell you that if you want to do the Easter egg hunt part of the Steam Key giveaway, then you're going to want to look for these. And so there's going to be 6 of those scattered throughout the episode, and so I'm not going to point the rest of them out. It's up to you to find them and keep track of them. So there's going to be 6 of them. You're going to need them later on. At the end there will be a URL that you can go to in your web browser to show you how to you got to get them in the right order and all that stuff in order to win the Steam Key. So anyway, I just wanted to show you all of our stuff that we built, and the first is our towers here. And so we built, see if we can turn on a jetpack. We built a set of towers. We've got 4 of them here. There we go. We've got 4 of them here, 4 different structures anyway. And so we've got our decorative little arch there, inspired by the St. Louis Arch. And we've got our crafting room over here and our utility room there. And then this is our main room with all of our stuff. And so we're going to take a walk through all of these. And so over here we've got a quick little storage and a little bit of utilities here, and our ammo box. It was kind of a spare when we started up, but it was kind of the one when we started up, and I just kept these as spares because I didn't have too much more purpose for these. And by the way, these are all going to be available on the Steam Workshop. I'm gonna work on putting all of these on the Steam Workshop, and each of these towers separately, and also all 4 of them as a group, and all of the other builds too that are in the game. So here is our medical room, and so as you see, we've got all of our medical equipment and all this stuff. Now the planet here that we built on is extremely hostile. It's actually, if you look at the temperature out here, the outside temperature is 9,000, so basically you're pretty much need to completely avoid going outside at all, at all times for any length of time. If you do go outside, you've got a very short amount of time to get back in here and hit the shower in order to drop your body temperature back. I really wish they'd have an insta-death kind of option on that, but they don't, so too bad. So we did the best we could with it. And so over here is our little bed, our little bedroom. And so I actually can take these out. I was going to completely flesh this out into a bedroom, and I didn't really get a chance to do that before Alpha 9 came out. So yeah, these little rooms, people will be able to repurpose them if they want, if they're building from the blueprints and stuff. But anyway, I just really like the views out of these windows and everything out of these areas. So one of the other things we did is that I used the teleporters here, and we did have to put them while I did build so for the record, while I did build the rest of all of this in legit survival mode, I did have to use cheats, God mode and all that stuff, in order to put in these and the item menu, in order to put in these so that we can use them as part of our build. So we'll go down to the basement first. But yeah, we did have to put those in with the item menu and using God mode and stuff like that to set them up. But I did use the auto miner cores in order to craft these, so I didn't just conjure them, cheat them in out of nothing, and so I did have to earn all the parts. So the first part here is our basement. This is our big parking garage. So out here is the outdoors, and so yeah, out there is actually outside, and so if you step out there, you're dead, basically. And so we've got our little repair bay set up here, and our repair bay there, so that whatever we park in here, we can also repair and stuff. So we've got a few bays. We've got our additional bay over here, and we've got our tow truck ship here. And this is a small capital vessel, very minimal, and it's there to act as a tow truck for this. And this is our giant hovercraft that we're using to go around and collect resources on this and other planets. So this would allow us to bring it up into space and attach it to our CV up in space. So I'll show you this real quick. I'll show you our hovercraft that we built, and again, our episodes covered the building of these. I don't just build them off camera and then show you, you know, look what I built. I enjoy when other people, you know, show the actual build process of everything, and so that's what much of this series is actually, you know, the build process. Whoa, what's going on there? Am I no oxygen? Okay. It's turned off and I don't have oxygen. All right, I just need to put my helmet on. The red scared me. I was thinking I'm on fire or something for a second. But yeah, anyway. So yeah, we did build all of this stuff on camera. Some of it is time lapsed from an external view or whatever. You know, we don't do every single lick of paint and drop of paint and block and all that stuff on camera. But up here is the cockpit with a nice open cockpit view. So even when you're inside the thing, you can get a nice view of everything around you. And yeah, this one's a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to build, and so you even have some little windows out here. And it was a lot of fun to fly around and stuff. And so it's got lots of defenses on it. And the look here matches our capital ship that's up in space that we'll go visit in a little bit and go see that. But that's the idea for these little stylized fin thingies sticking off of it. That's what those are about. And so while we're down here, also I wanted to show you, you know, when we hollowed out this to make the garage here, I also did, you know, a little bit extra, and we put lighting on the outside of this to make it, you know, so you can see the volcano type or the lava textures and all that stuff outside through the windows in here. It's just a little bit more scenic when you're walking around in the basement and everything. Go over here and look. So yeah, so you can see here there's lights on the outsides to light up the exterior, so it looks a lot nicer. And then we did that around the whole thing, all the way around here. And so it's one of the reasons that I'm going to break this up into different parts when I do put the blueprint out, because obviously, you know, if you go to do this on your own, if you go to spawn this into a different game, it's not really going to work unless, you know, you happen to be on this same planet with the same seed or something. But I'll show you a quick view of the outside here, and this, don't pay attention to this blue stuff. There was some problem with the filler tool that prevented it from working correctly, so I'm not sure what's up with that. But yeah, we had to hollow out the side of this and everything in order to make our garage. And that's one of the reasons I use the teleporters, is because if you look at this here, we could have made, you know, a really long mine shaft basically going down from one of these towers down to here and going through, but it's not fun to travel that way and everything. And I figured it'd be a lot more fun and cool, high-tech, futuristic trying to say that in sci-fi at the same time. Yeah, futuristic and sci-fi, you know, kind of thing, in order to have these. So anyway, we're gonna go look at the crafting room here, and I'll show you what that looks like. And so this is one of our other towers. So that's this one over here. So this is where we just came from. We just teleported from over there. And so now you can, again, all of these have a nice view from the windows. I did the best I could to actually get a decent view out of the windows and stuff. And, you know, to keep them airy and everything like that, instead of just closed in and that kind of thing. So here is our main crafting area, and then we've got our constructor with all of our stuff in it. And then over here we've got a bunch of our cargo boxes and all that stuff, and, you know, various things in them. And we've got another constructor over here for, you know, accessory work. And I actually just laid these down. They'll probably not be part of they'll probably not be part of the blueprint, because I basically put these down in order to do some extra stuff. Like I needed to make ammo or I was making blocks and I used one of these to make metal plates while the other one was making blocks and stuff. So in the middle here, we have our furnace for making our ingots, obviously. Downstairs, we have some more stuff, and so instead of closing that off, I decided it would be cool to have windows in the floor and everything, and it would be even cooler if we were a little bit taller and you could see over those railings a little bit better. But yeah, like I said, I really like to try to make a nice view from everywhere. You know, no matter where you are, there should always be something really cool to look at, you know, out of either directly or out of your peripheral or that kind of thing. So yeah, we've got our arch part way out of that, and we can see our other, you know, the architecture of other towers out of the window and everything. And so down here you can also see where the basement is. So anyway, this is our deconstructor over here, and so we've got all that, and I did hook up a switch that will turn all of those off when you're not using them, so you can turn them on and then you can turn them back off. And then over here in the basement, we've got more stuff, and we've got our ventilation up here. So in the basement, I didn't even point out these windows up here, the skylights and everything. So we do have some skylights on there so you can see a little bit better. And so down here, we have our basement with, and it looks like did I miss a couple tiles? I think I missed a couple tiles when I was painting. I'm gonna have to fix those up too. But yeah, we've got our little administrative area, and we've got our repair bay over here, or repair station that is. And then we've got like the lunchroom with the ATM, and more windows over here with, again, more cool views of the outside and stuff. I think even over here you can even see some, I think I might have killed them off, but over here for the longest time there's a deposit over there, and you could see some drones just, you know, doing their thing. There were like 20 drones circling over deposit because we customized the planet to make, you know, tons and tons of drones and everything. So we've got our food processor and fridge over here for the lunchroom, and, you know, all the people hanging out, and our little admin area up here where the office workers are working when they're not on lunch. And so yeah, that is and also our oxygen storage, some oxygen storage there. So that is our first tower here, our first utility tower, that is. And that's the one from the outside that a few people said it looks like an Imperial Walker, and I tend to agree. It does a little bit. It does look a little bit like an Imperial Walker. So we'll head back to the main branch over here, and we'll show you where we just came from. So that's this one over here. That's this one, and you can kind of see it does look like an Imperial Walker. We'll get outside and get an external view of it too. And then over here is our utility tower. Let's go look at it from here, get a nice look. So over here is the utility tower. That was the next one that we built, and so we're going to jump in this one here that's going to take us to the utility tower, and we'll go check that one out and see. Here we go. And so we are down toward the basement. I think we're on the second floor of it right now, and so we've got a nice view out to various things, and, you know, various directions and all that. And so we can go down here. We've got one tiny little utility room, a little work room at the very bottom, and there we go. And so you can see the ground is right there, and if you look, you can see the base of the other tower up there. And so then if we go up even further, up to the top, we've got the very top floor, and this is our storage and some more, you know, power generating and all that stuff, the utilities. So we've got our big generators that power everything. We've got some solar panel capacitors, and because there are solar panels on the tops of a few of these, I think we've got some solar panels up there on the top of that building, and then we have some solar panels on the top of the walker over there. And so over on this side, we've got our more oxygen and a bunch of fuel. And so yeah, we've got our storage there, and all of that stuff. And then our core is right over here. There we go. It's this one. And so it's nice and fairly well disguised. And I like the little arrow thingies there. So we spent some quality time decorating in this one. And so we'll go over and check out. Here, we'll go back to the main to our main building, and we'll go check out the arch. And the arch does not have much from the interior. We didn't really do. I mean, there's not much room. What I did was I did build this to scale with the arch in St. Louis, the Gateway Arch. So it is 96 or whatever it is, 92 blocks high and wide, and yeah, I believe it's 96. And so yeah, it's like 192 meters, whatever it is. And so yeah, we are up in the top of that. As you can see down here, you can see everything from over here, and you get a little bit more of a look at the different, our solar panels on the walker base and the exterior of that. And these are little, you can't really see it too well from here, but these are turret stands. So from the bottom, you can see those are turret stands. And so here's our teleporter in and out. And then on each side, you actually have, just like the tram, it goes back and forth. Looks like I missed a couple paint spots, but the tram actually goes, the elevator that is, goes all the way down to the very bottom. If you want to, you can actually go all the way down to the very bottom of the arch on either side and look at the base. There's not really anything to see out of there, and I'm really considering putting windows down here so that you can look down from there, because it's just kind of cool. I did go. It was inspired by the real arch, and because we went on vacation shortly before I built that, we went on vacation and went to see the real one, and it was pretty inspiring to stand there and look down from the middle, and down from standing up there, looking down and seeing that there's nothing underneath you, and only seeing the sides. It was pretty cool. So we're gonna go take a look real quick at the walker base over here. I'll show you what I meant about seeing it from, yeah, it looks a little bit more on this angle, but it's not, it doesn't look exactly like it, but you know, it has just, it kind of looks like the elements of it. It's almost in the uncanny valley of of walkers. But anyway, here is also our elevator shaft. Down here was originally where the core was, and so there's actually nothing down here anymore. We took the core and fuel tank and generator that were originally powering everything, and we moved them to the utility room, and so that's why this is barren down here. And so this is our garden, and so we built that so that we could start making pizzas. I tried to pretty much exclusively eat pizza through the entire series as much as I could. And so yeah, this is our garden that allowed us to build all of those components to make pizza. And there's a drone attack, which honestly we don't really have to worry about. Our drones, our things will take care of it, but we can, it's perfect timing. But I just wanted to show you our pizza making machines here. So yeah, we can even eat one of those again. And yeah, let's go check out the drone attacks and see what's going on. And so the other thing we did with this elevator shaft is we made a little observation room at the very tippy top here, which is really cool. And so the drones, I believe, should be coming from, yep, we can see them there. The drones will be coming from over here. And so there's 4 of them this time. And yeah, our these things right here tend to make very short work of them. These turrets right here. These ones right here and right next to us were the original ones that we actually had, that we'd actually put on the base. And we can even, let's see, you know, honestly, I don't think it's even worth waiting for them because they're going to take a while to show up. And yeah, so we're going to head down to our it looks like I missed another paint spot too there. Yep, I need to do a little bit more painting. But yeah, that's our observation deck, and we're going to go down to the teleporter, and we'll go show you all the other stuff that we have in orbit. There we go. I'm not sure why every once in a while it actually shows me myself as if I'm a target. Let's go see if they're going to get shot down now. We should be able to see them. Let's see. They're getting close to range. We should be able to see. There we go. There we go. See, these guys just blast them out of the sky before they even maybe it will be worth waiting to see him get blasted out of the sky. But yeah, these things have really been awesome for taking care of incoming drone attacks. And yeah, when they do show up. Now, when we first launched this, when we first put down this base, in order to keep the patrol vessel from killing us, we actually had to put down, I basically built some customized hovercrafts with a bunch of turrets on them, and brought them down here and parked them out in this little valley. We ended up disassembling them later, and so they're not there anymore. But yeah, I had to go take those out to, well, let's go to orbit while I'm talking about this. I had to take those out and put them on the ground and wait for the patrol vessel. There's an episode where we actually watched them. We flew around in a small vessel and watched the patrol vessel fight against them. It was really fun. And let me see here. So this is our orbital station. I'll show you from the outside what it looks like. It's pretty much like a little burger joint, a little space burger joint. And so it's just a little disc. Our base is on the planet right over there. So this is the pole. We're parked directly over the South Pole. And so if we fly that way through space, right over here is where our base is on the planet. So, but generally, instead of doing that anymore, we just started doing the, using the teleporter to get back and forth from space, because it got tedious going back and forth. And so this is the ship that we used to, we built this fairly early on, the Iron Maiden. We used this ship to build, or to bring our hovercrafts. We parked them all in bays here and everything, and brought them down to the planet and got in and dropped them off and jumped back in here. So basically I could move the thing and unpark it without leaving this area myself. And so yeah, this is a very minimalist ship. There's the cockpit, and all of the components are crammed into this little area. And I really wanted to make a non-symmetrical ship out of everything because I thought it would be fun. And so that's the Iron Maiden. We made it look all beat up and rusty and everything. And we did add some nice stuff though. Like we've got the can we hit the switch? Apparently we can't hit the switch with the drone, but that switch opens these doors. There are doors on the outside here. So anyway, that is our little base here. We've got a gravity generator, oxygen, all that stuff, all our solar panels and storage. We've got all of our needs here, oxygen and medical. And there's our fridge. And we've got a fridge, and apparently somehow our food in the fridge spoiled. But yeah, and even an armor locker. Did we have... Oh, we do have an EVA boost on us. Okay. I was going to say we normally keep an EVA boost in there so that if we need one when we come up to space, turn on our jetpack, and I'll show you our CV that Hurley and I built. We built the first stage of this. This was like most of my builds. It was built in a lot of parts, and so Hurley helped me with the early build on this, and we got the shape of it roughed out and all that, and got a lot of these front details and everything, which is really cool. And then I ended up doing a big paint job on it and all that stuff. So yeah, this is our ship, and it's kind of a cabin with some engine nacelles, and then back here is a separate, as you can see, like a trailer. And so we've got different engine nacelles on here. Let me turn on my flashlight too, if that'll help a little bit. And so as you can see, we've got these same sort of arch style structures here on it in order to keep with the theme. This was what established the theme to begin with, was those little thingies. And so yeah, we've got all our windows, our cool little windows and everything. We'll go inside and I'll show you our ship. We've got all of our medical stuff here. We've got our cockpits and passenger seats and all that. We got the core right there. That was Hurley's little design for the core, to make the core look interesting. And she also did a lot of the painting in here when we started. And so I kind of added things on, and it's a fairly Frankenstein together build, you know, cobbled together build after several modifications and stuff. But we've got our constructor over here and all of our utilities, and then our stuff that we don't need direct access to. We've got all of our stuff in here. Let me get out of there before I get irradiated and cooked. And so yeah, we've got our fuel, our warp engine, all that fun stuff, and generator and all that. And then upstairs we also have another command center here and consoles. Now the reason I have consoles all over the place is that one of my rules that I did in this series was I was required to actually use the consoles in order to access the control panel. So instead of just, you know, being outside the ship and pointing at something, like, you know, doing this and then using, you know, accessing things from the constructor or the cargo boxes, I actually had to go to a console in order to do that. So yeah, here's all of our other useful stuff, our food, you know, our kitchen and our armor and all that. And then if we go here, we've got our little tube that takes us back from the front compartment to the landing bay. And so this is our little landing bay over here. And so we've got our various ships. We've got our hovercraft. This was our main mining hovercraft for actually mining with the mining drill attachments. And because the big one, I mean, you could take it out to places and stuff, but actually, you know, mining up a deposit with it, you weren't going to do that with these. So if we wanted to mine in a real hurry, we'd do it with this one. If we wanted to mine in luxury, we would do it with the other ship. And this is our little travel and explore ship that was real fuel efficient and everything. There are 2 cockpits and all that stuff. And this was our extreme fighter ship with the big strafing engines so that we could dodge back and forth, you know, left and right a whole lot and all that. And then up here in our bay, we've of course got our repair bay here, and we've got our you know, our console for the repair bay. We've got our emergency O2 refill here. Not necessarily emergency, but you know, you come into the fighter bay and you're going to want to do that. And also you come into the fighter bay and we've got a cockpit here in case you want to you know, take off and just move a little bit without having to, you know, fly all the way back up to the front of the ship. But there we go, and that is all of our stuff in space. I don't think I have anything else sitting out here, and I think that's everything out here. And so we can go back to the planet and I'll show you the bottom of that too. We just had some antennas on that. Like I said, all of our blueprints are going to be, I'm going to get to work on putting them all on the workshop, the Steam workshop. So I will leave a link to my workshop in the description for that. And I'll show you our other ship here. And this is our construction ship. Let's see. This is our constructor ship. So this is the one that I used to, here, you can do this too, you can close the doors. But this is the one that I used to build everything. So basically you get in the ship and it's hovering, and you can open those doors and you're still in your nice sealed compartment. And let me see if that drone is dead now or what. The one that was on the radar? Yeah, I think it's gone. Okay. But yeah, you can stand in your sealed compartment with your drone and build from the safety of a, you know, a nice, comfy, cozy environment, which is not really a luxury on this planet. It's a necessity. But yeah, we built that with the same kind of, you know, open, visible cockpit, enough to defend ourselves from drones if they came in, and you know, all of our utilities and all that stuff. And so as long as we're here, what we can do is we can go take a look at the outside here, and we'll get out here and take a look at everything that's This thing does not have much climb on it, but yeah, we can take a look at all the stuff that we built here. And we've got, you know, I love the way that all this looks together. But yeah, we've got the arch, and we've got the here we go. We can fly over this way. We've got the walker over here, so you can see it from different angles, and the arch over here that you can see we've got little lights and all that stuff. And then this one over here with our what are these called? Our turret. I keep forgetting the word for turrets, apparently. But yeah, there's our turrets and our arches, and you can see all of our different towers. Let's see if we can get whoops, let's go like this. I don't want to run into the thing and break all my stuff, right? But yeah, we can maybe get a nice view here from the outside. And yeah, I mean, that's a beautiful, beautiful view. And yeah. Oh, did I run out of fuel? Ah! Alright folks, that's going to do it for Season 12. I hope to see you guys again, and I hope you had just as much fun watching this as I did making it. Don't forget, if you want to enter the drawing for the Steam key, please leave a comment telling me your favorite music instrument. And yeah, if you are the first one to solve the Easter egg hunt, that's a separate Steam key thing, so you know, you can try for that. And yeah, we're going to do a Season 13 in a while. I'm going to take a break from Empyrion for a little bit and do some other games and some other projects and stuff like that. And I will come back to Empyrion soon enough, and we will do a Season 13. I'm going to use probably the typical type of thing that I do. We'll do another series with modified settings and that kind of thing, and my favorite special rules and all that stuff. And I'll probably goof around a little bit before I start the Season 13. We'll do some startups and some testing and have some fun playing around with the game mechanics and, you know, that usual stuff. And I'll probably do some creative mode. I'm going to have to do some creative mode for getting the blueprints and all that stuff. And, you know, everything up on the workshop. But anyway, that's going to be it for Season 12. I hope to see you guys again in Season 13, if not sooner than then. Later.